It's not first time for me that I changed the destiny of the one club.
Do you think that Panathinaikos' trip to the Final Four is already a success, or for a club with a traditional winning mentality, is everything but the trophy is a failure?
Of course, to reach the Final Four after 12 years, it's a big step, and especially after the last 2-3 years that Panathinaikos was on the last positions in the Euroleague in the regular seasons. So, but of course now we will play the Final Four, and like the other 3 teams, I think that we are one of the candidates for win the title, and this is humanity. So we want more now. We want more. First, we want to advance to the final, and then if we can reach the final, of course, we will think to win the title.
A few days ago you said that there was no Bradovic curse in Panathinaikos, but what was the difference that you brought to the table for the club in order to reach the Final Four after 12 years?
It's not first time for me that I changed the destiny of the one club. I made the same thing before in Siena, in Beşiktaş, in Galatasaray, then in Efes. So if you are smart, if the people believe to us, and if you have the enough budget, and if you use well this budget, like we made in the pre-season with Yanakopoulos, all our staff and GM, we built a good team, we work well, and then of course needs some time to understand to each other between the players and the coach. And then you can reach the big goals if you work well, if everything that you made was correct.
How did you handle the expectations and the burden of that 12-year absence from a Final Four?
I know that in the first day that I accept to coaching for Panathinaikos, I know the expectation of the president Yanakopoulos, and first day that I arrived to Athens, I understood the expectation of the people in Athens, because there is a big tradition in Panathinaikos club, and I saw the big respect to all of the people in Athens against me. Against what I made in the previous years in the Euroleague, and of course it gives me a lot of confidence, like a character. I never scared, I never give up.
If Panathinaikos wins the title, who do you think should appear to the banners up there?
Actually, I never think the results, so just I like to live, I like to have the emotions of the moment. For that reason, I have a great respect, and every time I came in this arena, ΟΑΚΑ, in the past years with the other teams, when I saw the flat, it was amazing for me to see all of these flats, to see all of the tradition that has Panathinaikos. And I made this announce on the first day that I arrived in this ΟΑΚΑ, like with this short, with Panathinaikos short, in my interview, that I am proud to be a coach of the Panathinaikos. I will make everything to get successful to this club again, like in the past years.
Personally, what did you left out after the 19 Final Four, and what did you keep after the back-to-back titles in 21 and 22?
After the 19 Final Four, that it was great successful also for Anadolu Efes. After I lost in the final against Moscow, immediately that night I start to think to win the Final Four, to win the title. And our good job with the club, with Anadolu Efes, with the players, with the great character. I had lucky to be head coach of this team to win a back-to-back title in 2021 and 2020, and to be a best team in the cancelled season 2020 when we played 28 games and we won 24 games in 28 games. And 3 seasons, it was amazing for me. Now, of course, to be in the Final Four, you just think to win the first game to semi-final, and then, of course, to win the title.
I guess the famous right now Final Four or I'm gone quote was a motivational one for your players, right? Your confidence is crystal clear, but there were any thoughts in your mind in the Maccabi series if something goes wrong?
Of course. So in Maccabi series, all of us, we make some mistake, especially in the first game here in ΟΑΚΑ when we start to win, almost won the game in the last quarter when we were up 10 points. Then I think that myself also, I didn't react well to some action, especially thinking about for the Bunzi Colson. I didn't use well Ioannis Papapetru in this game when we had a problem to defending Bunzi Colson on the low post. But anyway, so every game I learn, every game my players learn, and now I will try to minimize to our coaching mistake for the Final Four, because Final Four is only one game. You don't have a chance to adjust your mistake for the next game.
How easy or not is to pass your confidence to players with experience and fat checks? And is it a challenge or it's simpler than we thought?
I have a lucky because in this team I have Kostas Sloukas. He has a great experience. He has the same confidence like I have, and he has a great respect to me and for the club and all staff. So it's easy to give your confidence between him to the other players, that also everybody is a good players, and everybody start to believe, especially at the half of the regular season. We start every game after we won, we talk on the locker room that we will reach the Final Four.
What was the most characteristic thing, situation or even a person in this season for your team?
I think that the team hustle, to especially in the defense, I think that we were the best defensive team, to make the defense all together, to use some key players, defensive players during the game, also in the critical moment of the game, like we use Kalaitzakis, and like we use Jerian Grant, that he was one of the best defensive players. And in offense, every time to find the correct player, that during the season we find Kendrick Nunn, some very important games, Lucas, like in the second game here in the playoff, he made his career game in the Euroleague with more than 25 points. And of course, under the basket, we have a talented player, like a hustle player, like Lesort, Mitol, Hernan Gomez. And all season we have a very good contribution for Grigonis in the regular season, and big contribution from Papapetru in the playoffs. So always we found the way for win the games.
This is going to be your 6th Final Four with a third different team. Please share a headline or a title for each one of your from the teams you played in the Final Four, Efes, Siena and Panathinaikos.
So of course, in all teams that I played the Final Four, I like to win the titles. In Siena, we lost in the semi-final on the last second on the last possession, but it was many years ago. So, but I still remember that game. And in Efes, also in 2000, we played the first Final Four of the Efes history. And then, after 20 years pass, I played again with Efes the Final Four. To win the back-to-back title with Efes, it was amazing for me. So for the club, first time in the history. So nobody thinks that Efes has a chance to win the title, but it was an amazing feeling with all these players, all the clubs. We were like a family, all clubs. And now, of course, with Panathinaikos, it's something different now because there is a great support here. So what I know that our director announced yesterday that there is a 30,000 people are waiting a ticket for the Final Four. So will be amazing. I think that we will have an amazing support in the Final Four like we had all games this season in ΟΑΚΑ and also in the other on the road. So in Germany, always we had great support. Will be amazing, but of course with great respect for the other clubs that also they will have a great supporter. So will be very interesting Final Four, one of the maybe most exciting organization because there is two Greek teams like a derby, Olympiacos, Panathinaikos. There is another big club, Fenerbahce, with great supporters, great emotions, and Real Madrid that is maybe the favorite of the Final Four. But who knows who will win?